several Maldivian politicians when it comes to Prime Minister Modi's visit to the Lakshadweep. Now, as per reports in the Maldivian media, Indian ambassador to Maldives, Munu Mahawar, has been summoned to the Maldives Foreign Ministry. The ambassador at large, Ali Nasser Mohammed, will speak with him. That's the piece of breaking news that we are getting when it comes to the entire diplomatic tussle that is taking place over the comments by several Maldivian politicians when it comes to Prime Minister Modi's visit to the Lakshadweep. Prime Minister Modi pitched Lakshadweep as the next big tourist destination in India, calling for the development of the Union territory when it comes to boosting its economy with Indian tourists. But that drew sharp reactions when it comes to several politicians in the Maldives who said that the entire pitch coming in from the Prime Minister is delusional in nature, even making very racist remarks against Indians, calling them smelly. Also, several actions have been taken by the Maldivian government when it comes to the suspension of 3 deputy ministers, and at the same time, social media here in India was set ablaze after those remarks by those politicians. I'm joined by my colleague Siddhant on the broadcast, who's been tracking all the developments of this diplomatic fallout between India and the Maldives. Siddhant, give us the latest.
That's right. In fact, we are still awaiting official response from the Ministry of External Affairs. But what we can tell our viewers is that the Indian envoy to Maldives have been summoned by the Foreign Ministry of Maldives, or perhaps he has been asked to come to the Foreign Ministry of Maldives. This is what the local media in Malé and Maldives is reporting. Now we are in fact getting the pictures also of Munu Mahawar, the Indian envoy to Maldives. He has just arrived at the Foreign Ministry, and since the Foreign Minister is out with President to China, both of them are in China. So there is the another senior official. I'm being told that that the Foreign Ministry's ambassador at large, Ali Nasser Mohammed, is going to speak with Indian envoy to Maldives. Now, this could be seen as a quid pro quo, or perhaps, I beg your pardon, this could be seen as a reciprocal step by Maldives, because this morning, as we all are aware, that Indian government, Ministry of External Affairs, summoned the Maldivian envoy to India, and perhaps he was told about the derogatory remarks which have been made against Prime Minister Modi by the sitting ministers. So this is more being seen as a reciprocal step that has been taken by the government of Maldives, and also we really don't know that why he has been called, or perhaps he has been asked to join the probe. Maybe in some time from now we'll be able to confirm that why the Indian envoy has been summoned, but right now we can confirm, going by what the reports are telling us in Maldivian media, that the Indian envoy has been asked to come to Foreign Ministry, and in fact he has arrived at the Foreign Ministry. Back to you.
Siddhant, at the same time, is it a coincidence, given this politicking that is coming from the Maldives, that the President Mohammad Muizzu is on a bilateral visit to China?
Well, that's right. I mean, this entire diplomatic row between India and Maldives got started ahead of the visit of President Muizzu to China. In fact, there's going to be a lot of agreements that are going to be signed between China and Maldives. And look, the entire political campaign when Mr. Muizzu was running for the office of the president was anti-India, and the campaign was based on removing Indian troops from Maldives. And since he is in power, the tensions were going on between the two countries, but India has always shown a positive attitude when it comes to dealing with neighbors. And this time around, India was also positive, and in fact, India had formed core group to look into the problems that the government of Maldives have. But what happened in the last 24 hours has perhaps derailed the years of hard work and efforts given by both the government of Maldives and India, in building rock solid relations between the two countries. Because this issue, it looks like, is not going to settle down right now, because only suspension of the 3 sitting officials, ministers, have taken place. There has been no resignation that has taken place, and that is perhaps the reason that it doesn't look like that any of the sides are going to, perhaps the Indian side is going to, settle down without the resignations of these three sitting officials. So, right now the suspension has taken. In fact, also look at the support that the Prime Minister Modi and the Indian government is getting from various quarters in Maldives. In fact, all of the political parties except Mr. Moizu's party is condemning the statements that have been made, the remarks that have been made by the sitting minister. In fact, all of them have come in support of India because they all understand the importance of India. India is a net security provider in Indo-Pacific. India is the first responder whenever Maldives requires help, even in the COVID times and otherwise. Each time around, the kind of developmental work that India has carried out in Maldives, air evacuations, a lot of things have been done by the government of India for the betterment and economic upliftment of the people of Maldives. And the people, even the businessmen like Qasim Ibrahim, the other politicians and political parties, they understand it very well. And this is perhaps the reason that the Moizu government is being cornered not only by the followers of Prime Minister Modi here in India and worldwide, but also in Maldives, in their own country. The politicians, the opposition parties are asking the President Moizu to take resignation of these three sitting ministers and to take proper action against them. Back to you.
Right. Thank you, Siddhant, for getting us the latest when it comes to the diplomatic tussle surrounding this issue. Meanwhile,